All right, that ends our news bulletin. Let's move into our theme for this morning, and that's focusing in on transport in Transport Month. And the Gautrain has been in operation for 13 years and really has maintained its high levels of operational efficiency. Let's cross over to Sakina Kamwendo, who has arrived at, I think, the Marlboro Gautrain Station. I'm scared to say because I keep getting the stations wrong. SK, where are you?
Yeah, absolutely correct, Leanne. We are at the Marlboro station. And of course, as you can see, this station, just off the N3 at the Marlboro off-ramp, but that's literally right next to the N3. And it is right within the community because if I look to my left, I can actually see the roofs and some of the houses here in Alexandra. That's the Alexandra, Marlboro to the other side. So this is exactly where we are. And of course, I still have the CEO with me, and that's William Dachs, CEO of Gautrain Management Agency. And we're looking at Gautrain as a mobility solution for the province of Gauteng. So again, we spoke about the integration, some of the plans, William, but the mobility solutions for Gauteng, because if I remember correctly, at inception, this was meant to be a sort of a trial, if you will, to see what is possible, how this will work, and how it can be expanded upon.
Yeah, so it was definitely phase one. And after it was built and operated, we started immediately with the planning of the other phases. So currently there's about 80 kilometers of rail network. It links the key economic nodes, the CBDs. But now we're looking at expanding it by another 150 kilometers over 5 phases, many, many years of building, of course. But that would then link more of the outlying areas. So definitely Soweto, Mamelodi, a lot of the areas on the East Rand as well, Boksburg, Benoni, to start building up a network of this rapid rail system that really can reach and impact on more people's lives in the province.
So, the minute you say that, people start asking when, so in terms of the planning, how advanced is that at this stage?
Yeah, relatively advanced. Last year, we did what was called the proclamation of the route through Randburg to Cosmos City, Little Falls area. That's a very important first step because we start getting land rights over properties and we can carry on with the planning. And we're currently busy with the next phase, which would be through Roodepoort into Soweto and doing exactly that land planning. We've obviously got to wait for the financial situation of the country to improve. It's going to be an expensive project, but we want to be ready with the planning for when that day comes.
So this is the next phase, as you heard, and the planning already done. Had a conversation with William on the way here on the train, and the train is so fast, which is why during the previous crossing, the signal literally broke up. What's the speed? 160 kilometers per hour?
Maximum speed is 160. Average speed, sort of point to point, is 100 because we have to slow down and stop at the stations, of course. But point to point, Hatfield to Park, 42 minutes.
Well, so that's why we lost the signal previously. All right. Thank you so much, William. I was talking about the station and the pristine condition in which it's in. And if you look, if you've used the Gautrain, you will know, as it says, no eating or drinking, no carrying of disposable cups, cold drinks, no ice cream cones, no chewing gum. I know I've been told to actually, get rid of my chewing gum getting onto the Gautrain at some point, or otherwise you face an 840 fine. And that seems to be adhered to, which is what has, of course, been the success of keeping this facility in this pristine condition. We're going to hand it back to Studio Leanne. And when we come back, of course, we will be in conversation with the MEC of Gauteng for transport and also with the COO of the Gautrain. And then we're going to get into some of the nitty-gritty, some of the niggly stuff around the Gautrain, the cost, the expansion, all of those questions that you have. We'll talk about that in our next crossing. But for now, it's back to studio.